So the topic of today's quick tip video is mentality and how it helped me go from this to this. Now, I typically break people up into two different categories. There are people with the winner's mentality and people with the loser's mentality. People with the loser's mentality don't think that they can accomplish whatever they put their mind to, and they typically don't know what they want, and they don't know what inputs they need to accomplish what they think they want. People with the winner's mentality have a clear, defined, set goal, and they figure out what inputs they need to accomplish that goal. Now, when I think back to my story when I was starting out, I knew I wanted to be in shape, but I wasn't really sure what that looked like. Do I need more muscle? Do I need to just lose fat? Do I need to do both? And because I didn't know what I wanted, it was hard to figure out what inputs made sense for me in my situation. Versus when I did finally make that switch to the winner's mentality, I had a much more clear goal of what I wanted. I wanted to lose weight, so I was thin or skinny enough for people to not make fun of me when we were out hanging out and girls could take photos with me instead of telling me to get out, stay out of their photos, don't talk to me. And I was always put on camera duty to take pictures of them, but I could not be in the photo myself. And once I figured out what I wanted, then I just figured, okay, well, I lost 12 pounds in this last week, so what did I do? I went from eating fast food to my mom's home cooked food. I went to being very active instead of being sedentary, sitting down all day. I swapped soda for water, and I just stayed consistent with those three things, and then I also made sure I slept consistently as well. And I did that. I went on to lose an additional 70 pounds on top of the 12 that I had already lost. So I went from loser mentality, didn't know what I wanted, didn't know my inputs, and even when I had my inputs, I didn't follow them, to a winner's mentality, knowing what I wanted, what I needed to do, and then getting it done. And I went from out of shape to somewhat in shape, and then I kept going in college, added more muscle, messed up a little bit, and then I refound myself, had my inputs, and then I got into the shape that I'm in now. So, tips on what to do. One, you need to know exactly what outcome you are working towards. And then step two is figuring out what inputs do you need to reach that goal, given your certain circumstances, your lifestyle, your situation. And three is just be consistent. And if you get stuck, ask for help, do some research, figure it out, and you'll be fine. So hope this helps. If you want to hear more about my story in detail, I do have a YouTube video up that goes over my whole story in detail. It's about 35 minutes long. If not, I do have my story in the top 3 pinned posts on TikTok, and then I do have them posted on Instagram as well. There's more detail in TikTok than on Instagram. So hopefully this helps. See you next time.